Hey everyone, it's Liz from LNL Awakening, and this is a full introduction in how to use my light language energy healing. If you are listening to this on the podcast only, I invite you to come over to YouTube to look at the slides as well. So what is light language? It's simply just a form of channeling. It's a connection to source consciousness, the creator of all creation, basically God consciousness if you'd like, but it's a source, and a metaphysical, spiritual ascension kind of thing. It's source consciousness. It's not actually a language the human can understand, like Spanish, French, English. Like, it's not that kind of a language. It's a quote-unquote type of language. It's more of an energy, the communication between source and soul. It's just simply energy healing at its finest, and it's more like tones, patterns, symbols that affect and impact the human body energetically. It's pretty unique. There's many different types of light language energy healers out there. Some channel ancient symbols, intergalactic symbols, specific healings and energies from different dimensions. It's pretty cool. But basically, my type of light language is just a simple combination that adds a connection from light, the light of source, the spark of creation, with unconditional love. And it's just positive, pure, 100% benevolent intention. That's all it is. It's packaged energy. I try to keep it quick and easy, like 3 to 5 minute sound bites. It's energy healing without human interference. It's the intention and attention given to energy, where I can package and focus something to heal a specific thing, transmute a specific energy, remove specific entities. However you need energy to assist you on your journey, that is basically what I do. It's just simple love, light, and intention combined. Makes it sound fancy, kind of different. I know, I don't want to say the word weird, but if you listen to it, it's kind of hard to listen to. That sometimes, maybe you actually enjoy it. It depends on your soul, but it's not something you actually need to pay attention to, that you need to listen to, that has any kind of meaning to the human mind, like specific patterns of. It's not like that. It's just energy healing in the moment. But to fully understand light language, real quick about my written light language, it's more of an energetic imprint, almost like a Polaroid picture of the energy. Like I said, some energy healers can, channel actual symbols, from past, future, other dimensions, other beings. It's pretty cool. I don't do that. I wish I did sometimes. But basically, if it's, the symbols don't really mean much, except for like the chakra ones. I think they have some sort of similar symbols that we can all relate to, but otherwise most of the light language is just an imprint, a visual representation of the energy that wants to come through. Again, there's really nothing specific. You don't really have to remember the line goes this way or this squiggle goes that way, for healing this or that. It's just whatever energy that came through to heal, transmute, clear the energy in your body. That little colorful blip sometimes, maybe it's in black and white, but that is just a basic representation of the energy. It's an activation of sorts. If you don't want to, or if you can't listen to the audio, you can certainly just meditate, look at, allow the energy of the symbolic written light language, the energy imprint, to do its thing on you as well. Like, if you're just looking, if you can't exactly hear, and you want to do the root chakra, you can just stare at the root chakra symbol, and the energy will go and clear and assist your root chakra as it needs to. So you don't have to listen to it. You don't really have to look at the system. It's kind of designed to be super easy, super quick. Because ascension, kind of a pain sometimes. But if you're here listening to me still, basically, why would you listen to me? I'm just a woman named Elizabeth. From a very young age, I realized that I can see things and do things with energy that I didn't understand. Basically told my mom about some things, and then suddenly I forgot to do all this stuff for the rest of my life. Not really for the last, next 20 years maybe. But, she didn't understand what was going on. I didn't understand what was going on. But I have worked at least on my stuff a little bit to get to the point where I can share this energy healing and assist others. But basically, I'm going to tell you I'm not an expert, and I'm no doctor. Pieces of paper. Technically, I have a couple bachelor's degrees from accredited universities. I almost have a master's degree. If I just submitted my thesis years ago, I would have had a master's degree. I'm also technically a Reiki master. I have many certificates in energy healing for that. I had someone do a light body activation on me technically once. Again, it's just a piece of paper. Use with caution is what I'm trying to say. I'm a human being. I've only been consciously working on my stuff for maybe the last decade, which is just a fancy way of saying I've cried and yelled at the universe for the past 10 years. And basically, I just kind of don't want people to go through what I went through, so that's what I'm doing now. But ultimately, I am human. We're all human. It's the human experience for a reason. But I have formed a clear channel with Source so that the healing energy comes through pure and works beyond my personal human limitations. So if you imagine more like a tunnel, it goes between, within me, out my crown chakra, throughout my whole body, maybe out my heart. There's that clear channel of the energy. I may ask for it to do a specific thing to help specific healings, but it comes through from Source. I am not the healer. I am just the vessel. But at least I've worked on my stuff enough that I can tell you that I can do it without my own human stuff getting in the way. So these 3 to 5 minute videos of this really different energy, kind of weird language, I get it. You don't really put it on volume 1, I get it. Just as long as some part of you, the energy resonates within you, it'll affect you. It's okay. That's all I designed. Maybe call me lazy. I just wanted quick, easy access to energy healing for everybody. So I am human. I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor. This is metaphysics. This is energy healing. Please go see an actual doctor if you're feeling the need to, okay? I'll just leave it at that. But basically how this works is that we are all actual light beings. We are souls having a human experience, not humans experiencing soul consciousness, okay? We've agreed as a soul, as a collective souls, to basically come to Earth to experience human life for the sake of experience, for the sake of growth and evolution as a whole, from Source, as all aspects of Source, throughout the entire consciousness and thing. We are simple beings of light, experiencing human. But with human comes density, what we call, because everything is energy, and I really don't want to, I invite you to maybe look into more quantum physics if you really want to get into spirituality and ascension, a little side adventure there. Go down the rabbit hole, invest in a little quantum physics education, blow your mind maybe a little bit. Just basically how energy works. There's vibration, there's frequency within the universe. And in a metaphysical way, things like thoughts, energy, everything can become physical matter, i.e. density, if allowed to. If, collective thought, collective consciousness starts grouping individual thoughts together, creating like a density. If, allowed to. If, collective thought, collective consciousness starts grouping individual thoughts together, creating like a clump of consciousness, maybe we can think of it as a rock. You start forming density by holding on to feelings, belief systems, any kind of energy. Advertisement tells you you're great, but you got to eat this to do it. It's up to you to believe that. If you take that in and you're not eating that thing, then some part of your body's like, oh, I'm missing out on something, right? So it really depends on you, energy, life. You're a light being. You're here experiencing density. But the design of the whole game, beyond Earth, as a light being, you're just light. You allow light to come in, come out. You have thoughts come in and out. It's like a highway of energy, constantly moving. Energy's constantly moving throughout the universe. It's just moving. It's supposed to move, but when it gets stuck and it starts forming density and thoughts and feelings and fat and all these other things we call it in the human body, that's what starts causing maybe physical problems, mental problems, emotional problems, holding on to all these thoughts, beings, who we are, what we think we should be, and what we think we could have done or would have done better, right? All these things that make us human. We start holding on to all these energies, and we get to this certain point in ascension where we realize we don't have to hold on to all this energy. We can be awesome. We can let all the stuff go, right? That we don't need in our life. So how this works is more what I do. I can maybe grab or pocket energy. I'm really good at compiling energy. I was valedictorian. I was in school. I can write a 5-paragraph essay to save my life, I'm a grammar Nazi. I can pretty much self-imposed. I'm just one of those people. I can take something, I can package it, but that thing just happens to be theoretical energy concept, baby, in a way. So what I'm doing, let's say I want to relieve a migraine symptom, right? So I ask Source for like a pocket of energy that would relieve migraines because we need it fast. Like ascension is supposed to be easy, life is supposed to be easy, thoughts, energies, everything is supposed to come in and out. Migraines in a metaphysical way. It's an easy example because someone somewhere decided that migraine symptoms also relate to hold and how life should be. And taking that metaphysical explanation for something as well, but also expanding it out into the 4 bodies of consciousness, which are physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So you have physical symptoms of a migraine, the pain, the headache. There's mental symptoms of a migraine, the thoughts, you're holding on to something maybe that you think your life should be this, but it's not. And instead of just letting it go, it's really hard to let it go sometimes, I get headaches often. It's really hard to let things go, but once you let it go, you feel instant relief, right? Your headache's gone. Same thing with emotions. You get all these trapped feelings, emotions. Spiritual sense would be more, maybe you have a whole history of migraines in your family, right? You grew up believing that migraines just happen. Migraines are genetics, really related. And no matter what you do, you're always going to have a migraine, right? So you have all these thoughts, feelings, beliefs, physical symptoms, metaphysical symptoms for a certain thing. And all this energy, a little 3 to 5 minute video, is going to do its thing, and either needs to clear out certain things, needs to cut some cords of attachments, needs to transmute energy. The energy does what it needs to do so you can get that relief of the migraine or whatever it is in the moment. Because you can take some ibuprofen, sure, and may go away in a few hours. Concept of time, space, and dimensions are really not as fixed as you think they are. Because if your body is a very powerful machine, it really is. If you get a paper cut, you've seen this, a few days, maybe a few weeks if it's bad, it heals itself, right? Maybe you have a little scar if you didn't take care of it, but sometimes, most likely, The cut is completely gone. It looks like your skin's perfectly back to normal, right? But that takes time. The illusion of time to the human mind, it takes time. But your body is already doing everything it needs to do to heal that cut, right? Same thing with migraines. Without medicine or so, you can relieve headaches, etc. Medical standpoint, metaphysical standpoint, all of it in one. Energy is just energy, the basics of the universe. If you can, this is maybe lazy, I really wanted a more efficient way to ascend. Because it's hard sometimes. Ascension, life, just getting okay with everything that's happening to you and will ever happen and has already happened is work sometimes. And it's not fun work to the human. But what I would like energy to do, and what I try to do, is to relieve the human suffering part of life. Because life is really supposed to be easy. We are supposed to be happy. Things are supposed to flow. Money comes to us, money comes out of us, right? It's the flow of life, in and out. Love and not so much love. The up and downs of life, all the experiences we experience. But we really do have a conscious effect on our reality. So we can choose different thoughts over other thoughts, right? So we have just basic energy, and my little pockets of energy. But how the universe works is very simple. It's basically 3 things you have to know about the universe that would help your ascension process and just generally, feeling better about life and your, manifestations. The universe is lovingly neutral. It only responds with yes, and it is quite literal or direct. So by lovingly neutral, I mean, now while there is a positive and negative charge within the universe, the polarity, pool, it's physics, basic science, positive charge, negative charge exists, right? In an atom, basics of life. But the human, our minds, are the ones to label a positive charge and a negative charge as good or bad, or right or wrong. And pretty much we just kind of lump it into positive and negative experiences. But although the universe is coming at it as a neutral standpoint, it's just energy. Yes, it may have a positive and negative charge, but both exist in life. You beat both. The human is the one that says, oh no, this energy is bad. This energy makes me cry. This energy makes me want to punch something. I don't want it. I don't like it. The universe is just it's just punching energy. It's just crying energy. It's it doesn't matter, right? It's neutral. Doesn't matter if you think it's good or bad. It's going to provide the energy. And when it responds to yes, 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 that is all the universe responds to. You ask for something, no matter what it is, it's going to tell you yes. Ask for a pony, it's going to give you a pony, right? If you ask for a pony, it's going to give you a pony, right? If you ask for a puppy and they ask, it's going to give you a puppy. But it's say you want to experience, and it's so hard to come up with an example that's not super weird. But let's say you wanted a pink zebra. The universe is whatever, here's your pink zebra, right? So, but equate that to what we really ask for, right? I want more money. I want more time. I don't want to go to work, right? I want money. I don't want to go to work. So what does the universe send you? Maybe sometimes you get a sick day that's paid, right? Sick week. You have 2 weeks worth of vacation. The universe is well, you have 2 weeks worth of vacation. You don't want to go to work. Why don't you use it, right? Here's the flu. Sometimes you don't get what you really want because the universe will respond with a simple yes. So simple energy. Energy can be that simple. So why they always say, be careful what you wish for, because it's also very literal, very direct. The universe does not read sarcasm. I've tried. I don't know if you've tried, but it doesn't read it. Okay? It doesn't respond to negatives. Like if you're using positive affirmations like, I don't want this, I don't want that, I am not this, it doesn't read the don'ts and it doesn't read the nots. So if you're trying to say, I'm awesome, but your positive affirmation says, I don't suck, the universe is only going to say, see, I suck. It doesn't read the don'ts, the nots, the can'ts. It doesn't read any of those identifiers. It reads the basics, literal, here's I'm awesome. It doesn't say, I'm trying my best or anything like that. Like it does, that doesn't work with the universe. What I'm trying to say is, you're going to get what you ask for. The universe doesn't care if it's good or bad in your mind. And it's going to give it to you directly. It's not going to be all, what is that word? Anyway. And that kind of ties in with the question I get often, which is, how soon will you see results? Which really depends on you. 7 billion people plus on the planet, 7 billion plus different experiences. Energy is universal, yes. But if I'm 35 years old, I've been through 35 years worth of stuff, which is my stuff. Take another 35-year-old, completely different part of the world. They have 35 years of their stuff, right? But the energy here works both, because we are the same people, same kind of human, built the same way, no matter what color we are, or where we live, what we're doing with our lives, what kind of experience we have. We have a human body, and it's formed by energy and matter and density. That's all this is. You can clear energy with energy. If everything is energy in the world, everything is affected by energy, you're always connected energetically as an energetic being to energy. That is all ascension is, that's all spirituality is, that's all metaphysics is. You are a light being of light. Yes, you're living a human experience right now, a whole bunch of human thoughts and feelings, a lot of crying, a lot of tears. But ultimately, beyond all that, your energy, your soul, you're very powerful. So the simple way to use this light language, you have two choices. You can listen to it once, or you can listen to it as often as needed. And by listening to it once, in the vastness of the infiniteness of experience, like, why do things have to be hard, right? And why do things have to happen across time? So if you listen to it once, this is the energy, 3 to 5 minutes, this different kind of language, symbolic language. So it's just, as much of it's as best of the technologies I can get right now. So that's how it comes out as it is. But you can listen to it once. It's like a seed being planted. The energy is going to do what it's going to do. If you're listening to something because you want to heal, or transmute bullying energy, you want to stop bullying energy, you want to stop negative entities from affecting you, you really just need to listen to it once. Energy will do what it needs to do. The human part of us thinks like it's too easy. Like, I don't know if you know this, but back in the early days of the boxed cake, like, it didn't sell because all you needed to do was add water to it. Housewives didn't trust it. Like, it was too easy. It wasn't until the manufacturers added that you needed, like, an egg. They took out the dried egg, you needed to add your own egg, that people were like, okay, this is cool. Like, it's a little bit more work. Like, I can do this boxed cake thing. I can make a cake at home instead of, with my flour and sugar and stuff. I'll buy your cake and just add, crack an egg, stir it up, put it in the oven. That's how we have boxed cakes now. But at one point in time, it was too easy. Like, people didn't want it. People didn't trust it. They're like, I can make my own cake, with all these 10 million ingredients at home, like we've been doing for the past whatever, but we want to commercialize and, make it easy, quote unquote. But I guess there's just too easy, right? So the brain, with spirituality, energy healing, sometimes thinks it's too easy. It's not going to accept it. It's not going to accept the easy answer that it's like one and done, which is also a horrible business model, right? I'm telling you right now, you don't really need to listen to me, which is not the best business model. But if you're like me, and also, as a multidimensional being in a state of constant evolution, constant spirituality, constant growth, constant evolution, you can listen to this as often as you need to. And also, that's actually kind of even better, because at every moment of time, we're kind of a different person, right? We take this information. Tomorrow, we've processed everything from today, and we're kind of a different person, right? We have different thoughts, we have different beliefs. Maybe we're actively clearing, thoughts and beliefs we don't want anymore, so that changes us. But either way, who you are right now is probably not going to be the same person you are tomorrow, right? No matter what happens. Maybe you're going to think a little bit differently. So whatever thoughts that may have happened today that you've decided to keep, tomorrow they don't feel so well, right? So that's why energy healing is always good until you learn to do this yourself, because you can, and I will show you how to do this. But you may not be a light language energy healer like me. Have the ability, everyone does. We are all connected to Source at all moments. We are all loved light beings, loved in the sense that we are all pieces of Source, experiencing life in our own little way, the infinite possibilities of life. Ultimately, everything is good. Ultimately, experience is all we are looking for. And that, I know, it's a lot. But the universe is a loving parent, basically. Will always be there. It's emotional for me, I guess. But you can revisit this. Like, if you're going to be human, you're going to probably keep some thoughts. You're going to, this. Like, if you're going to be human, you're going to probably keep some thoughts. You're going to, gain some weight. You're going to lose some weight. We're going to go through all these ups and downs in life. It's okay to come back to this point where you need someone else to help clear some energy. But you always have the connection to Source, yourself, and that's why I think Reiki is pretty, I advise everyone to learn Reiki. It shows you that you do have the power to heal yourself and heal others. It's just a simple connection. So while you can listen to what my little weird light language, clear the energy, in 3 minutes, it's like a little love bomb. It's what I've designed them for. Love and light. It's supposed to go in, do its thing, and be done with it, right? That's what it's supposed to be easy. So if you need it, you need it. But you can also do it yourself. You can ask Source for the same energy. Be like, hey, I'm experiencing this headache. Can we relieve this? I may not know exactly what I'm holding on to, but can we, I really would like to get some work done. Can we just relieve this for now? And, usually, if you ask with pure intention and you believe that you are connected and that you can heal yourself, you actually do. So I invite you to practice that on your own, just to explore the possibility of who you are and what you could be. But if you stick with me, I'll get you there as well. I'll explain exactly how we can get you there. But for now, if you're going to use this light language, I just want to go over a few verbs, maybe help you visually understand what's happening inside your body. So some of the more, popular verbs here. This is not all of them by any means. But if one of the energy healings mentions the word cleanse, it's usually related to the physical body. As I said, density forms. Fat's an easy way to put it, but also other things that come out of the body, right? If you need to cleanse something, usually something has to leave the body. Physical density forms, physical density has to leave the body. It's a very nice way of saying Maybe you'll be going to the bathroom a little bit more than usual, but that's all ultimately good, because if you can at least allow things to leave and leave for good, like you're not holding on to the energy inside the body, right? That's what causes dis-ease and other physical problems. Holding on to energy that's not meant for you. You're a light being, the energetic highway constantly flowing throughout the universe. It's okay to let things come in and let things go out. It doesn't affect who you are. You could still be, still be a cat person, loves the color blue, you let it go, right? That's the basics of the universe. But when you start storing all those cat memes and, cat videos on your computer, it gets bogged down, right? And you have to defrag and clear them all out. That's a cleanse in a computer way to the physical body. Same kind of way, if you clear energy, clearing energy is kind of purely energetic, but you can kind of think of it as a wind coming through, or maybe sweeping or vacuuming. Energy to be cleared. It can be in one spot and then not in that same spot the next second. Okay, it can be cleared. When we cut energy, it's like an energetic divide, cutting things with a knife. We cut cords of attachment between people. The only really cord you can't cut is your connection to source as a light being. So you won't accidentally cut any cords that you're not supposed to do in life, any kind of energy that you're supposed to have connected between you and somebody else. We do have soul contracts. There's karma. There are certain energetic cords of attachment to people, places, and things that we have. Some of them you may not be able to cut because they are part of your life path, etc. You're always connected to the soul, family, etc. But let's say, you can cut the cords between, your parents, caregivers, friends, bosses, past, future, present, it doesn't matter when. But if these people are affecting you negatively and there's a cord of attachment that can be cut, like a simple, divide between you and another person, it can be cut. It doesn't affect your energy anymore. If something needs to dissolve, usually that involves denser thoughts or physical matter. If you imagine like a bath bomb dissolving in water, so it's a good analogy. If you look at the same kind of phenomenon that happens over time when you have rocks and rivers eroding more likely rock, over time. But if you were to condense that in a second between what happens between rock and water, it would almost look like an instant dissolving of matter. And likewise, heal. There's a use with caution with heal. Anything that says heal, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a channel. I'm not actually healing you. It's just source consciousness. And so when heal comes up in any kind of energy healing, just be cautious. It mainly stimulates the physical body to do what it does best. Like I said, the human body is more powerful than we think it is. It can heal a cut, it can heal broken bones, it can do all these things. Yes, we have the illusion of time and space between that, but ultimately it knows what it's going to do. It needs to do. It's been designed that way. And in a weird way, it's also been designed, mentally, emotionally, all of this has been designed specifically for experience. So accepting everything as part of the experience, but allowing yourself to heal. It's one of the things. Heal is one of those multidimensional things. It's don't get trapped into the ego's version of healing. It has to be done in a second. It may not happen in a second, right? Because we have that illusion of time. But your body is doing what it's designed to do. It is healing you. If you can trust that and believe that and, wait sometimes or lovingly speed it up if you can with energy, then do so. More verbs here I'd like to just discuss real quick. Release. Release is related mainly to feelings and organized thoughts. I kind of love the example of reverse sheep herding with this example. And let me explain what I mean by reverse sheep herding. So imagine, like, the dogs, I already collected them all. They're all together, they're in their own little herd, maybe they're pen or no pen. They're all together doing their sheep thing, right? Eating, whatever. But imagine that group of sheep is your mind with a bunch of thoughts, and every sheep is a thought, right? And it's a group of thoughts together that are forming whatever issue you're having. So when you release, it's almost as if the dog magically is in the center now of all the sheep. It barks and all the sheep go every which way. All the thoughts go every which way back to where they are, or be released for good, doesn't matter. But when you release something, like, just imagine a bunch of stuff like sheep, cats, cat herding, whatever it is. Just imagine them running in every single direction, right? You release that energy, it's gone. It may come back because it's a sheep or a cat, right? But it's gone for now. And it's only if you allow, and gone for now. And it's only if you allow, and you herd those sheep, herd those cats back together with the same thoughts, well, you get the same results, right? So it's up to you to allow that after you've released the energy. If it forms again, release the sheep again, right? Always releasing energy. Another similar one, it's relieve. The verb relieve, kind of related to physical symptoms again, mainly pain. We want to relieve migraines, we want to relieve headaches, we want to relieve pain. I have a lot of different light language that use the word relieve, and it's mainly a physical symptom. So again, life doesn't have to be difficult, painful in every moment, right? Experiences come and go as light beings, so let things come in, let things go out. Pain usually happens when we're holding on to something, or the body's holding on to something. I'm not a doctor. There are legit reasons for pain. You should explore with your doctor, but on a metaphysical reason, pain is energy. And we can relieve it. It can be transmuted. It can be everything. So another verb, remove. And just a quick note about this, like, not all energy or density that we hold on to is ours, right? So when we remove energy, we locate it somewhere else, we translocate it. And by this, I mean we can hold on to thoughts and belief systems of our parents, of society, of the media, of people telling us what we should be, right? We hold on to that, but it's really not our thoughts, it's not our beliefs, it's not what we came here to do, maybe in a certain way, but all those things that are us, we thought we were, they can be removed, right? This energy, if it's not our energy, we don't have to have it anymore. And then just one last verb, transmute, a note really destroyed, right? But it changes form. You can transmute energy. A lot of transmissions I have involve transmuting some sort of negative experience back into light. And by that, energy, the neutral, lovingly neutral energy of the universe, it may have given us this energy, and we may have held on to it because it's for our best, and it's for our best, highest evolution to hold on to it, right? Or experience it. Maybe we don't need to experience it anymore. That negative, dark entity the human mind has equated to a negative or bad experience, it can be transmuted into what the mind equates to be a good or positive experience, right? So that's all transmuting is, changing energy from one form to another. Other things, other verbs that may come up under my light language, are blessings and boosters. Blessings are mainly what they are, a blessing. Maybe no point or purpose. A lot of blessings come from divine beings or general concepts. Energy goes where it needs to go. So it's multidimensional usually, a blessing. It'll affect you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything. Boosters, a lot of them, boosters relate to physical symptoms again, or the body. Because again, your body is a very powerful tool, creation. Your mind also is, if used properly. And so the boosters just boost your natural healing abilities, your natural connection, the natural light being that you are. it will boost that. Also, another thing, as energy affects energy, and everything is energy. This energy, and even objects and places like furniture. It's not like the brave little toaster here, okay? The couch doesn't talk, but it can hold energy, especially if you pick up a couch off of the street somewhere that someone's getting rid of. It looks like a perfectly good couch, right? You don't know who those people are. You don't know where that couch has been. You don't know what has happened to that couch. Couch is not a human being, of course. It's not a consciously living thing, but it is matter. It's energy that we've all agreed is a couch, right? So we've already labeled it as a couch. We've already labeled it. It's experienced some sort of life, whether it was just in a store, at home. This couch has had an experience, right? So we've all agreed it's a couch. It has some sort of energy attached to it, and it could have energy attached to it, from outside of us again, as everything is energy. But once that couch comes into your reality, right, and affects your energy, affects your couch comes into your reality, right, and affects your energy, affects your space, and it's in your bubble, that's when you have effect on it, okay? That's all energy healing is. You can bless your furniture, you can bless things, you can bless, Paris. We all know what Paris is. I've never been to the Eiffel Tower, but with movies and film, books, everything, I know where it exists roughly, and I know what it is, so I can theoretically send energy there and affect it energetically. Same thing works in our locale, right? Specific couches, our things, our cell phones, our stuff, it can be affected by energy as well. Not just the human body, not just everything, because we're all experiencing life. Everything is matter, everything is energy. Ultimately, you do have effect of energy because you are energy. And I know that's a lot to take in. Again, don't really have to do much with this your stuff. There is a little bit of action involved. We're all unique individuals experiencing our own evolution, right? So your experience is going to be different than mine, but the energy essence of itself is there. It comes from source. It'll help you if you want it to, but ultimately you do not need me. Remember, you are in charge of your own healing. You are more powerful than you think you are. And if anything, with this talk, I would just hope that you want to expand after this and just play. Just play with the possibility that you are more powerful than you think you are. That maybe life isn't exactly what you think it is. And that there is a lot more. And it can be better. And it can be kind of magical. And it can be kind of cool. And it may not be like Harry Potter. But you're that powerful. Like, that's the essence of spirituality, metaphysics. Third thing I would just say is play consciously. Remember, energy goes where attention flows, whether you're listening to this light language, my light language, or another energy healer, Reiki, light body activation, no matter what you're doing, if you're just meditating, just play consciously. Whatever you are, whatever you're doing in life, just try to be more conscious about it, right? Where you're coming from, where is it going, how you want to feel about it. And ultimately, with anything, with this or not, find your truth. Figure out how to love yourself first and allow everything else to fall into alignment second. That is the main thing I hope to get across with all of my light language and teachings. Is just, it's you. It comes back to you. It's always you. If you can just love yourself, get a little pocket of only like self-love energy within yourself. Try not to give yourself so much stuff as we go through human life, because yes, we have to pay bills. People are going to be mean to us because they're human. We're human. We're going to be mean to other people because energy happens. Anger comes through, guilt comes through, everything comes through, but we can go. And that's what this light language is. I love you guys. Just explore, live, ascend, okay? I love you. We'll keep going with this. Thank you for going with my light language. Again, it's just light, love, and intention. And it's just one of many tools